Here are the differences I noticed between the 1989 book and 2022 graphic novel of Babysitter's Little Sister Number 5, Karen's School Picture. In the graphic novel, Karen doesn't brag about being moved ahead to second grade. The classroom layout has changed. Instead of 4 rows of 4 desks each, now it's 4 groups of 4 desks each. Karen and her friends are now towards the front of the room, not the back. Karen doesn't use the nickname Yicky Ricky. The graphic novel removes both times Karen complains about headaches at school. There's no mention of last book's fun club. The graphic novel adds an explanation of where Hanny and Nancy live. Page 13 is unique to the graphic novel. Nancy and Karen practice their movie star smiles. Half of the book's chapter 3 is Karen explaining who everybody is for the second chapter in a row. Thank goodness the graphic novel cuts that out. Karen doesn't explain how much she reads before she gets a headache. Karen's reading headache doesn't go away once she stops reading. They no longer discuss Mrs. Frisbee and the Rats of Nim, which is sad because I wanted to hear Andrew say he watched it on video cassette. Charlie and Christy don't take turns reading. The graphic novel avoids mentioning that Karen's been having trouble in school due to her poor eyesight. As a result, her parents look more competent because they aren't deliberately ignoring Karen's schoolwork problems. Watson wears glasses all the time, while Mom wears glasses for reading. In the original, Mom wears glasses all the time, while Watson uses glasses for reading. In both versions, Karen doesn't want glasses because she won't look like a movie star. The graphic novel gets rid of most of her movie star complaints, either by removing them outright or by changing them to complaints that she'll look different. The trip to the eye doctor is shortened. The graphic novel removes the parts where Mom talks to the doctor, where the doctor puts drops in Karen's eyes, where the doctor looks at her eyes through various machines, and where they're sent back to the waiting room for a bit. In both versions, Karen is rude to the doctor for thinking she can't read. She's meaner about it in the original, adding, "What a silly question." There's a chapter break before Karen gets a prescription. In the original, that chapter break is 2 pages earlier, before she's told she needs glasses. Karen needs 1 pair of glasses for all the time. In the original, she needs 2 pairs of glasses, 1 for reading and 1 for general use. They remove the scene where the optician thinks Karen has the same last name as her mother. Karen doesn't explain her history with Ricky. Ricky and Karen are a lot nicer to each other when they fight. For example, she tells him he doesn't know what he's talking about, whereas in the original, she tells him to shut up. Ricky repeatedly calls Karen an owl. In the book, he calls her a bat because she's blind. Chapter 5 of the graphic novel is extra long. It covers 3 chapters of the original book, not the usual 2. Hanny doesn't write a mean note about Ricky. Miss Coleman doesn't move Karen's seat. There is no scene of Nancy coming over to Karen's house while Karen's wondering what to do about Ricky. The graphic novel keeps the names of all the kids in Miss Coleman's class except Chris Lamar. His last initial is changed to H. I wonder what his new last name is. Miss Coleman emails Karen's mom. In the original, she calls Karen's mom. There are many changes to Karen's list of mean things she'll do to Ricky. Strawberry Racer is changed to favorite pencil. Natalie is no longer part of Karen's plans. Karen no longer plans to laugh when Ricky checks his eyes in the mirror. Karen wants to put bugs in his backpack. In the original, she wants to tell him that Molly Foley's in love with him and wants to kiss him. Karen wants to pretend Ricky is invisible. In the original, she wants to hurt him by rolling off of the seesaw when he's high up. That way he goes crashing to the ground. In the original book, Karen wants to hurt Ricky's feelings by telling him he's adopted. The graphic novel, and later editions of the book, change this to Karen not talking to Ricky. Ricky moves to a new seat so he can focus better in class. In the original, he moves to a new seat because the teacher always puts the glasses wearers in the front row. Ricky is moved directly next to Karen in the original book, but here in the graphic novel, he's moved 2 seats away from her, diagonally across. The graphic novel removes the scene where Ricky shoots spitballs at Karen because he failed a spelling test. The kids who bully Ricky at recess are from a different class. In the original, the bullies are from the same class. I'm not 100% sure about this, though. The bullies look an awful lot like the classmates that appeared in the background earlier, but they are wearing different colored clothes. It is possible they changed clothes for recess, or this is happening on a different day, in which case they are the same kids, not different kids. The bullies make fun of Ricky because glasses are boring. In the original, they make fun of Ricky because glasses are for girls, so Ricky is a girl. Karen defends Ricky by listing people who have brown glasses and or brown eyes. In the original, she defends him by listing boys who wear glasses. Ricky calls Karen a nosy owl. In the original, he calls her an ugly puss. As a result of this change, the following scene is Karen worrying she's nosy instead of worrying that she's ugly. The graphic novel adds a few lines where Nancy tells Karen it's okay to be nosy and interfere in other people's lives. The graphic novel removes the part where Ricky calls Karen names all day long. She ignores him every time, and he eventually stops. Christy shows Karen a bunch of famous people with glasses. In the original, she shows Karen a bunch of cartoon characters with glasses. Most of the famous glasses wearers are female. In the book, Karen complains most of them are boys. Karen and Nancy wear different outfits for school picture day. There are multiple photographers for picture day. The original has only one photographer. In the original, Karen wears both pairs of glasses in her school picture. Since she's only got one pair in the graphic novel, she only wears one pair in the picture. Karen accepts Ricky's apology. In the original, she does not respond after he apologizes. Karen's friends and her mom don't appear in the last chapter. In the book, they do. Those are the changes I noticed. It's over 50 changes. The major ones are Karen not having 2 pairs of glasses, Karen and Ricky's fight being less intense, and Karen not worrying so much about her appearance. She worries about her appearance, but she doesn't call herself ugly multiple times like she does in the original.